exciting. Cozy. I'm really just doing this so I can have a job where I'm in my pajamas all day.
That's all I want.
That's all I want.
That's all I want.
Quitting real estate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We can use this for coffee. We need
We use this for coffee.
Yay!
Yay!
Hi!
Hi!
Welcome!
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
I love this so much.
We got Jo Piazza in bed.
I'm in bed.
At the Bookhouse, in the writer's den.
At the Bookhouse, in the writer's den. You know what? I want to come here next time I have to edit one of my books. So
This is the writer's den.
this is the writer's den. I can write my books anywhere at any time because I was a newspaper reporter for so long. So I can like sit down and like bang out the books. But when I have to edit them, I need to go away from my family. And this is only an hour from my house. So I could just come here and spend 2 nights and edit my next book here.
It's all yours. Upstairs, there's an old desk.
Yes.
I got it from a vintage store.
Oh my God. Yeah,
We
I
did
live here now.
There's a pencil sharpener.
Great.
I don't know what he used to.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
get sharpen pencils. I'd like to sharpen pencils here.
So, your new book.
My new book is The Sicilian Inheritance.
Wait, are you Italian?
Oh my God. Yes.
Okay, just
I'm
wondering.
so Sicilian.
I thought so.
So Sicilian.
Okay.
It is The Sicilian Inheritance, and it is loosely based on this family story that's been passed down in my family for 100 years about the murder of my great-great-grandmother, Lorenza Marsala, and
Great-great-grandmother.
great-great-grandmother. Murdered.
Let me push this
in
down
Sicily.
so everybody can see her.
Yeah. Hi. My great-great-grandmother was murdered in Sicily in 1916, and my family has been telling this story for 100 years. But we are
I
Italian.
can just imagine.
But we're Italian Americans, so we are myth makers and storytellers and kind of liars. So the story has been changed and warped, and no one knows the real story. But I just wanted to take a nugget of it. This woman was left alone in Sicily when her husband came to America to make his fortune. All of her sons came over. She was left with 2 young daughters. And I'm like, what would that be like? Would it be kind of a relief to no longer be a wife?
Maybe.
To like get to
Probably
do,
a little bit.
right? To get to do your own thing. And I found out a lot of women did that.
Yeah.
This was a feminist period in Sicilian history.
My grandma and her pop came and left them.
They left.
Yeah,
They left. Yeah.
Came on
And
the boat.
I'm like, you're not getting pregnant
Right.
every year.
Right.
And like you get to have a job, and that's kind of nice. So I based the Sicilian Inheritance on like that nugget, right? And then I had a modern day woman from Philadelphia who goes back to investigate the murder. So there's 2 timelines.
Love
Two timelines. And this is my most Philly book yet. I mean, it's like all Philly, all Sicily. And it's an adventure. Like, it's a murder mystery, but it's freaking fun. Like, it is filled with delicious food and wine and sexy Italian people.
And you were just in.
I got back from Sicily last night. I landed. Yeah. Yeah.
You're a real
just
trooper.
there. Just there. You know, I've got 3 kids. I can do anything.
You're a superwoman.
I'm a superwoman.
And congratulations on this. And
Oh,
you
thank you.
also said
Yes.
12 books.
This is my 12th book. My
is insane.
12th book. It's insane. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm hoping The Sicilian Inheritance is going to be the book of the summer. And the fact that
I think it's going to be.
I think it's going to be. And the fact that it is so Philly based, like, Philadelphia deserves this. We deserve to have the book of the summer.
We do.
So I want everyone in Philly to pick up this book, start reading it. It's just fun. Like, I've read so many books
You
that
know
are
what?
not fun.
Our book club, this should be our next book.
Make this your next
I'm
book.
going to suggest that.
I'll come in and I'll make cannoli for everyone.
Yes.
Yes, but order it now because we have to get the pre-orders.
Okay, I will.
Let's get the pre-orders in. Tell everyone in the book club to order it.
I will. March 20th is our meeting, so.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, we won't be in time because we come out April 2nd.
Well, no, we're doing a different book. So for our
Oh, good,
next,
good. For your next one,
next
do it
one.
because
Yep.
I'm coming to book clubs to make cannoli with people.
I just got the chills.
I know. I know.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah,
I want to make
no.
cannoli with you.
I'm gonna make cannoli with you.
What about meatballs? I'll bring the meatballs.
You bring the meatballs. You
That's
bring meatballs.
perfect.
Yes, we're gonna eat food. I want people to read this book with delicious food because it makes you so hungry. Like it just, I like
This
lean away
is
from
the
the
book for
microphone.
me.
This is the book. This is the book for you. It's
And same
amazing.
thing with my family. Like we have so many stories that have gone over the years of like this great grandma jumped out the window.
I'm just. Oh, wait, she jumped
Like-
out the window. Why'd she jump out the window?
Because she Well, they had her on morphine for seizures,
Yeah, they
and she
did.
was probably withdrawing, but like whatever they were doing, and she jumped out, and she survived.
She survived. She's fine. She's fine.
She's
Yeah.
fine now.
Yeah. Well, the stories we tell about women are really interesting. Like, we usually tell stories where women die.
Yeah.
Or where something bad happens to them. And we never celebrate a woman's life properly. And so the goal of this book is not to focus on her death, but to focus on how she lived and to celebrate her life.
Oh, I wonder what she's thinking.
Yeah. I don't. Oh, well, so we're going to find out what she's thinking because. All right. So the book is fiction, right?
Right.
I didn't want to know the real story when I was writing it. I wanted to invent it. I was like, all right, I have this nugget and I want to write the book and I just want to like use my imagination. But then when I finished the book, because I'm a journalist and I'm a psycho, I decided to go back to Sicily and solve the actual murder.
And that's what you did this week.
That's what I did last. I took
You're crazy.
I took my 3 kids to Sicily last summer to start solving the murder. 8 suitcases.
What did they say?
3 babies. They don't give a shit as long as there's a pool.
Right.
Like they could be
They're
in a
like, yeah, we're
Marriott.
down.
They could be in a Marriott or a Holiday Inn in Cleveland. And they're like, well, there's a pool here.
Right.
This is
Well,
fine.
we're solving a murder.
But and I'm like, we're solving a murder. They're like, whatever.
Did you solve it?
I'm not telling you. I can't because again, I'm a psycho. So I'm doing a true crime podcast about solving the murder.
Did that start yet?
It starts in 2 weeks. It starts on March 18th. So I had a producer there last time I went, and then I just got back. I've been in Sicily for a week, literally in the court archives in Shaka, digging through old homicide records.
That's the best.
And so the homicide records are separate from all the other court records. I had to jump through all these hoops to get permission. I had asked for permission from the Italian government. They finally give it to me. The guy who took me down to the records is this sweet guy named Giovanni. He's so nice.
What's Giovanni?
And I'm Giovanni. He's one. I mean, we're like best friends now. And so Giovanni takes me down, and I'm like, all right. So what are all these crimes? And he's like, the bloody ones. And I'm like, okay. So it's the bloody ones and all the mafia crimes. So I went through all of those records. They're dusty. You have to wear gloves because they're like your hands.
Do you have pictures of you doing this?
I have
Sounds
pictures
amazing.
of
Yeah.
all of it.
These need to be like framed and
videos of all of it, and I'm
Yeah.
like climbing ladders, and a lot of these records are scheduled to be destroyed because they're so old. So the fact that I like got in there,
you steal them.
I really,
They're going to be
I
destroyed
tried.
then. What the heck?
Well, I tried, and I told Giovanni, I'm like, all right, before you destroy them, just give them to me.
Right.
Just give them to me. And he's fighting to not destroy them. The younger generation wants to keep them.
Wow.
And the older generation's like, get rid of it all. And the younger generation's like, this is important.
That's because they don't want to go to jail for their crimes.
For their crimes,
Someone
exactly.
like you comes
Like,
along
yeah,
trying to
like-
solve it. They're like, F this. Destroy them.
Destroy them. Why is this American coming here?
Yeah.
So I'm solving the murder in the Sicilian Inheritance podcast. And then, but the book is separate. In the book, both the book and the podcast are celebrating the women's lives. It's like, how did they live? What did they do? And in the book, it's really about the women in the town, this tiny village, which in real life is called Caltabolota, but I called it Caltabolessa, so I didn't have to make everything the same.
Right.
Banding together to help each other.
I love it.
Badass women getting together
Yeah.
to like change each other's lives.
It sounds so good.
It's so good.
I can't wait to read it.
It's crazy good. It's really crazy good.
Damn.
I know. I can't say it enough. It's crazy good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Philly.
Philly,
We need
but
that.
also Philly. So Sarah, our modern day woman in this, is a butcher in South Philly, and she owns an artisanal butcher shop and steakhouse.
Damn.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Called the Flying Pig. Yeah. Yeah. Or no, it's called the Female Butcher Woman, but she has a mascot of a flying pig in the top.
I can picture it.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
It's beautiful in my head. Yeah.
So so this is